like the speed of sound. We can keep on the ground.
Hey everyone, it's Nicky Lee and we're finally back to playing Broken Sword. It's been about 2 weeks since we last played this, and it's mainly because I've been really ill. So you might be able to tell from my voice right now, I still am quite ill. And I'm getting better. It's taking its toll on me, but we're getting there. So pretty much the only thing that I've done on the way by accident, I kind of walked back here to start the episode.
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Yeah, so I clicked over here and accidentally clicked on that, and it unravelled this bit here. So let's reset this. So it's back to normal. So that's pretty much all it does. It winds and unwinds.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Okay. What this one?
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why. It was time for some brutal destruction.
I was right. Oh, bloody hell, George.
Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this.
I
There
don't
was some
think
sort of
so.
mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Okay.
I'd pulled the lever right over.
We've used the sewer key on it again. Oh, okay. Is that what it's for? Are we to pry it open or just rip it off with this? See, what I originally thought this thing was for was... It sounds stupid. I was expecting him to throw it over there and then climb across to that side and get all the way across there. So that was my original assumption. What the hell have we just found?
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
What's this?
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle,
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss
Ah,
of the manuscript,
we know him.
our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried
He
to
killed
protect
Pegram.
the Lakmarn gem.
No, not
The
Pegram.
Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element, actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition the next time that we meet. It will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Holy crap. Wow. Let's check the notes. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Gate crashed a meeting of influential leaders from the military, business, governments, and academia. Recognized the academic. He was hanging around the Hotel Ubu. Must have been staking out Khan. He was. He actually told us that. The big boss, a guy called Grandmaster, mentioned a broken sword. Didn't Marquez say something about fixing a sword? The sword or Baphomet? I don't remember. Good on. They talked about Closer. Here's some less that's important, but he's vanished in Syria. I think the assassin may have got to him. Grandmaster claimed that not to be a Knight of September. I really don't trust them at all. I there must have been a bunch of megalomaniacs planning on a new order. I thought a new, these guys were going to be cool. The Templars. I don't think they'd actually be around. You're just looking for the actual, what's it called? Wait a second. I know exactly what we're doing right here.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Okay, now do we put this on top of it?
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Okay, bloody hell.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword.
Oh!
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria. You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Oh, we don't really need them anymore. That's the thing.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Now this makes more sense. Where is it? 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 'Cause he's got the sword there. So I presume that he's a blacksmith. Now, all these are the bits that make any sense. Is that the lens? I'm not sure. Well, unfortunately, you've got to click on these just to get out of this. So,
There's a
yep.
There's a guy.
Yep.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a... But the reflection has 3 hideous faces. A knight with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears a... Through my...
Look there, 2 guys on the same...
Right.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
So I think we're going to leave it there. We're quickly going to check the notes, see what it says. Blah 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 blah. Found out what the tripod and gem were for. Placed, stumbled in a circle. Blah 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 blah. Refracted lights. I got Marib. Yep, we got that. Niku informs me Maru is the name of a village in Syria. That was where Clauser was last seen. The assassin must be Khan. His skeletons stop him from reforging the swords of Baphomet. Whatever that might be. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. Bloody hell, this has been quite an informative and quiet episode for me. I actually didn't speak much because there's been so many cutscenes. But yeah, next episode we're going to be jumping off to Syria. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.